we got a group of guys here that this is their first NCAA tournament. Couldn't be more excited. The work they put in, to get there. I believe it started over a year ago. Journey we've been on, and all of us. Our guys report now, and I saw that where we went, where we played. We played the best hockey, and I think we are.
With that, we'll take questions for Coach.
Bob, just what do you think about the matchup with Omaha? What do you know about them?
I'll be honest. I got to answer that in a couple days. I did. I went in today. I had no idea who we were going to be playing. You're asking me 32. The show's still going on, and we got to dig into it. I just know I started in that league. I have so much respect for that conference, and you're going to get a battle-tested team, and we're going to have to be playing our best hockey. I know that.
And then I know you are friends with the other coaches in Minnesota. Just how much does it mean to the state of hockey to have all 5 teams playing?
I think that's a really cool story, and I'll go back to. I was part of St. Cloud State as a young kid just finishing when Herb Brooks came there, and I heard him talk. His mission was to get more Division I teams in this state, and then here we are all these decades later. For the first time ever, all 5 teams are going to be in the tournament, and all 5 teams are nobody slipped in. I can tell you that all 5 teams have earned their right to be there, and any of the 5 have a chance.
Thank you.
Bob, the Big Ten got 4 teams in the tournament. What do you feel that says for your conference?
Two things. I mean, what a difficult job for the NCAA committee, because normally, and I think they're all going to be happy, can be when to get out of this year and go back to the numbers and not have the pressure. And I know they were getting beat up by coaches and commissioners and people on the outside. But and it was just the last couple of days when you kind of do a deep dive into it. Our league, this was the best our league's ever been in my 3 years. Let me back that up. In my 3 years, when I was in the NCHC, you knew we were 4 or 5 teams strong and deep. You just knew it. The eyeball test, you were out against them. Let me tell you, the Big Ten this year was 4 and 5 teams deep, and I think they got it right.
Bob, was your team with you when the announcement came on? Did you watch it together, or what was the situation there?
Yeah, we did. We watched together, and just the group was great, and what I liked when they were done with our part of it, our guys said, okay, let's go. They're ready to leave. They don't want to watch the rest of the show. So I hope that's a sign they're ready to go.
Bob, what is it like prepping now for the postseason? Does it crank up a notch here as you get ready into this stretch?
Yeah, I mean, there's no. I don't know if crank up to do anything more than we normally do, but you're on edge. I can tell you that. And we don't have we're not familiar with Omaha. We're not familiar with Mankato. We got it. Who's the other team in our bracket? I'm drawing a blank now.
Quinnipiac.
Yeah, and Quinnipiac. You go into a bracket, 3 other teams. We have to do film work on 3 other teams because it's a quick turnaround. So, and you start with the opponent that we have to play, and it's kind of refreshing for our staff when you're in a conference, and especially when we've been in it now for 3 years. We start to understand the team we're playing. And I think the same, you don't have to spend a whole lot of time on film for us to get ready with Wisconsin. Their power play, they're not changing it. And so we do have added work on all of us all of our teams. Especially when you're playing teams from outside your conference, you've got added work to do right now, just to make sure you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's on special teams, on face-off plays and things like that. But 90% of our concentration is going to be on how we play and how we get our team ready to go.
Any other questions for Coach?
And by the way, for me not remembering Quinnipiac, it's because I'll be honest, my mind right now, and you heard Jerry York say it, your mind turns to one team right now that we've got to get ready to play. We have to have some film work done on our other two, but our entire workload right now just gets ready for Omaha.
Bob, you've talked all season about the rigorous testing that the Big Ten has had for your players, multiple times a week, and just all of the care that people have taken. What was your reaction when you heard the news about St. Lawrence today and the unfortunate situation there?
We just hope that it's not going to happen again, and especially to our team. And you've all heard me say, and we've looked at what happened in basketball and with multiple teams, though they're in one site now. The weather started to change. The boogeyman's still out there, and we're not home yet. And right now we leave on Wednesday, and so we've got some days here that we've got to get through our testing. It's still out there.
Any other questions for Coach?
Bob, this is your third year in the job with the Gophers. Was there any kind of timeline you set for yourself and as, getting into the NCAA tournament in your third year, kind of following your plan, or how do you look at that part of it?
Well, I thought we were going to be in there our second year, to be honest with you. We were playing awful well last year, and we had a team that from Christmas on that was, I listened to some coaches go on their soapbox this last week on, there was no question from Christmas on, we were one of the top 16 teams, but we weren't going to be in unless we won 2 more hockey games. And, so it's a fair question to ask. This program, was the 38th time, it's expected here. And, we knew we'd get back there. And so I don't know how you count last year, because you're not 0 for 2, you're 0 for 1. And now, we're there. And that's all that really, it's all that matters is we're there now, and we earned our way in, and we're excited. I tell you, we are excited to be there. None of our guys have been there. The senior class, they get to hang a banner. Now they get to get in the NCAA tournament, and all you hope is you're just playing your best when you get in that thing.
Bob, what do you take from your previous times as an assistant here and then as a coach at St. Cloud State in going to the tournament? What do you bring with that?
It is the craziest tournament, one and done tournaments. We talked with our team. We went in once as a 4 seed, one of the last teams in, and we beat a 1 seed in Notre Dame. And then I went in as a 1 seed and got beat by a 16 seed. And that anybody can win. And that's one of the things that's changed in the last decade in college hockey. The dividing line now isn't what it was in the 70s and even in the 80s. It is a deeper pool. You've got to be playing your best. You can't be nervous. You got to be on your toes. Maybe you do need a little luck here and there. And we've had some high highs in this tournament. I've had some low lows, but the bottom line, I've been in it a lot. And that's what you're going to have. If you're in it 10 times, you're going to have some high highs and you're going to have low lows, and you just gotta keep plugging away.
Well, Bob, what does experience mean in this tournament? And are you concerned at all that none of your guys have played it?
No, I'm not concerned at all, because we're not. We are what we are. You got to have a starting point for our group right now that hadn't been in it. And I like our makeup. We got enough grit and determination, and our league battle tests us. So let's just get ready this week and get after it. And, those are fair questions that we really answer when it's all done.
Hey, Sammy, this is Wally. Just wanted to know what your thoughts are for you and the upperclassmen on the team are to finally get into an NCAA tournament.
Yeah, everyone's super excited, and it was fun seeing who we play and where everyone ends up. So we're just excited to get on the road and get that first game going.
Sammy, I don't think they're allowing fans in Loveland, but I know you've got a brother in Colorado. Did you get a text from him yet saying welcome back or anything like that?
No, I haven't talked to him yet, but I'm sure after this I'll talk to him on the phone. It'll be fun to have him come.
Sammy, have you seen Omaha at all? They were in the pod earlier this season. You guys get a chance to take a look at them there?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, they're a good hockey team, and I think we're all excited, and it's going to be a good hockey game.
Hey, Sammy, how was your schedule and your rebound count from the 3 games in the 3 days? What have you guys been doing on a daily basis here heading into the NCAAs?
Yeah, it's played 3 games in 3 days. It's definitely, hard on the body after that, but, a couple of days off and just resting. We were kind of ready to get back on ice and practice again. Like I said, everyone's just super excited to be in the tournament, and we're ready to play.
Sammy, with no guys with NCAA tournament experience, what do the Gophers bring that will make up for the lack of actual experience in those games?
Yeah, I think we've all been playing hockey our whole lives, and we've all played in big games. And ultimately, it's another hockey game, and we got to keep and just play that we can play.
Anything else for Sammy?
Sammy, you've qualified for a state tournament at one point in your career. How does this feeling compare, knowing you're going to the biggest tournament at the college level?
Yeah, state tournament. One of the cooler things that I've played in, but just kind of playing at the stage at the college level, it's unbelievable, and I seriously, I can't wait.